There is only one thing worse than the breakout on my forehead right now, and that is the current state of Nintendo. It is absolutely awful. I personally hate Nintendo, and I think they're the worst gaming company right now. Like, honestly. They're, like, not to, like, a gaming standard, but to a corporate greed standard. It's awful. Like, oh my, oh my gosh, they actually infuriate me. So, if your favorite Nintendo company, if your favorite gaming company is Nintendo, you might want to click off this video right now, because I am about to actually vent on why I hate Nintendo so much. So, first of all, we have a console, the Nintendo Switch 1, that came out, I want to say about 8-9 years ago, something like that, 10 maybe. Okay, so 10 years ago, right? And then we dropped Nintendo Switch 2, okay? Yo, they are basically the same thing, okay? Like, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe like to a gaming standard, it's just like, it's so past tense. Like, we have the PlayStation 5 and the Series S and the Series X, and we have like PCs that are like way stronger than the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, the Nintendo Switch 2 is small, it's tiny. I mean, it's bigger than the one. It plays better. Technically, it plays 60 frames per second, 4K, or I think it's 30 to 60 frames. But I'm not gonna lie, that was the standard in 2016 with the PlayStation 4. We were getting 4K in 2016, guys. Like, and people like don't want to like it's Nintendo though, it's Mario, but like, no, that's not an excuse. Nintendo's so bad. It's such an awful company. Like, and all he cares about is that corporate greed, that cash money, and I personally just hate it so much. Like, I grew up on Nintendo, man. I love like Mario Galaxy, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii. I had a 3DS growing up. I played Luigi's Mansion. I loved Nintendo games, but I hate Nintendo as a company. Like, we have PCs that are able to run 240 FPS and 4K, and Nintendo has the money to do this, but they won't do it. And like, also, Nintendo has the money to not only sell their newest console for $500, including a game, but to also up price the old Nintendo Switch 1. They updated it to, I think, $340 instead of $300. The Lite will be $230 instead of $200, and the OLED will be $400. No, it'll be $450 instead of $400. So at that point, you might as well get the Nintendo Switch 2. And also, there's like a couple better things about Nintendo Switch 2. So like, here, I'll just name off a couple. So better gaming enhancement, like 4K 60 frames per second, which is 60 frames per second is awful. Like, for a 2025 console, that is awful. That was the standard in 2016, guys. What are we doing? Magnetic Joy-Cons, they're adding GameCube consoles to Nintendo Switch Online, but why is the main lineup of your games that came out 30 to 20 years ago? What? Oh yeah, more storage. You get 256 gigabytes worth of storage, which that isn't anything. If you I don't think a single console in the world or anything, if you're gonna play games on something, the minimum's a terabyte now, or like the minimum's 500, and like most people upgrade to a terabyte, and they're getting rid of micro SD cards. You can no longer use those. There's like this. I don't have a Switch 2 personally, so maybe I'm wrong about this, but they have like they have like you know how like Nintendo games or games in general usually come with like something to get you started off with. So not only do you have to pay $450 plus another $50 to $80 for another game, you also, if you want to learn how to use the Switch 2 properly, you need to spend a $10 thing on, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like, it's like that thing that Nintendo Switch 1 came out with, but for the Nintendo Switch 2. But the Nintendo Switch 1 thing was free, and this one's $10. So I have to pay $10 to Nintendo in order to learn how my Switch works? That makes no sense. Nintendo has just fallen off so bad. Like, also recently, I saw Moist Critical talk about this, so I figured I would just talk about it too, since I wanted to make a Nintendo rant video. They recently shut down like a non-profitable charity event in Japan where they were using like Smash Bros. Or Mario games, and instead of like, which like Moist said, instead of like, you know, being like, hey, so we actually want you guys to get our permission, but we're gonna let you slide this year, but just next year can we negotiate? Instead, they just shut the whole event down. It was so dumb. They were doing speedruns. That's not Smash Bros. They were doing speedruns. It's so dumb. Like, why? Nintendo is the most user non-friendly company ever. It's so awful. Like, it's like they hate their fans. They don't listen to criticism. It's so bad, and unfortunately we are the problem. If we continue to spend $80 on games, that's the base price, and spending $500 on consoles, we are never going to. This problem will never get solved, and the prices will keep going up and skyrocketing. Like, they're I think it might have already came out. I don't know yet, but they are rebooting the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon onto the Nintendo Switch, and it's so crazy because that game back then used to be $20 to $30 for the 3DS, and now it is $60 to $80. That's ridiculous. A game that came out, I'm pretty sure 10 years ago. That's ridiculous. And the piracy thing, and yes, piracy's a crime. Yes. But honestly, I don't feel bad when people pirate Nintendo. I honestly, like, I don't feel bad. Like, I would rather someone pirate a game than spend $80 on a game just to learn, hey, I didn't like this game because it was poorly made and wasn't originally thought, or it was low effort to make the game. And that's another thing. They make low effort, low cost, no production games, and they drop them for $80, and then suckers buy them, and then everyone's like, well, why are the games $80, or why are they still selling for $80? Because you keep buying them. Also, just like I've had like terrible like online experiences with Nintendo. Their servers are usually laggy, and maybe it was just my Wi-Fi, but their servers are usually laggy. Like in Mario Maker, it's usually just terrible. Their online services suck. Also, like, subscription. I'm not opposed to subscription-based gaming, but like, it's just like, it's alright. Like, Xbox Game Pass is, I think, a great deal. For $20 a month, you can get over 300 plus games, and I think that's awesome. But Nintendo Switch Online comes with nothing. It comes with a bunch of old games that you can emulate for free. Oh, and also, like, $80 for a game is ridiculous. There are so many good indie games out there, or just overall really good games that are made that actually have good original thoughts and like not the most expensive production out there, but you can tell it was originally thought and a lot of effort was put into it. And if it's like a Mario fan game, it'll get shut down. But like, to the games that are actually originally thought and have like an actual good story, and they get put on Steam for like maybe $5 to $10, those are good games. Those are like Undertale. When it first came out, Undertale came out for like $7. that was a really good game. Most of the FNAF series is you can get all the games for less than the price of one Nintendo Switch game. It's so ridiculous. Also, like, whenever like I'm, whenever Sega came out with Sonic Mania 1, Mania like was actually a fan made game, and see where I'm getting with this. Sega and Mario and Nintendo, a lot of people like to make that a rivalry. Can't speak. But anyways, Sega actually supports their fan base and loves the fact, they even Sonic Forces, which wasn't like the best game ever, but you can customize your characters, and that was cool. And they were giving into that. But Nintendo just doesn't do that. They actually hate when people make fan-made games, and it's really stupid. They'll even shut them down. Hundreds of hours wasted because Nintendo considers you a threat when you're making the game out for free. I don't get it. It's so... Oh my gosh. So how are we gonna... We gotta stop this. Stop buying Nintendo products. Honestly, it's a scam, a waste of money. And honestly, the Xbox coming out in a few years gets Steam. So, that's really just gonna be a PC, to be quite honest. Nintendo is the only company doing this game exclusive thing. Sony Sony, not willingly, but gave up their exclusives to Xbox through Steam. No one has exclusives anymore. Xbox gave Sony their exclusives, so Nintendo, why? And also, it doesn't take that much money to make a good game. $80 is ridiculous. Don't even get me started on the upcharges for Nintendo Switch 2 versions of the game. They make you pay an extra $20 for the game that you already bought just so you can play it at 60 FPS, which it should have came like that from the start, because back then it was normal. When the game first came out, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, when it first came out, 60 FPS was the norm. But anyways, I just really wanted to talk about it and rant about it because I just... Honestly, Nintendo's so stupid. But anyways, that's about it. Y'all stay blessed. Have a good one.